Hey, how are you? I am Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Fantasy Six Pack to talk about Thursday Night Football. The New England Patriots head to MetLife Stadium to battle the New York Football Jets. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Over under right now around. Seen it dip a half a point to 38 even, or if you want to tease the line to around 39 and a half. That's getting a little nuts. Seeing the final score I have here, the under is a possibility here, depending on what the Patriots are going to do. And I think maybe I should say it at the end of the video, but hey, I'm allowed to do as I please. I think the New England Patriots are going to run the ball as much as possible to kind of control the clock, because that's all they got going, except Hunter Henry. When you look at their three top receivers, KJ Osborne, Thornton, and even Demario Douglas, who I think a little bit of action tonight. It's not the most luxurious group of wide receivers, but Jacoby Brissett, at quarterback, it does a good job of managing the game, let's say, and handing the football off. Stevenson and Gibby will have not their hands full, but they're going to tote the rock a lot in this one. Let's rewind this thing. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. And when you look at everything that's going on, I don't need you, but I'd enjoy it very much if you went over to the website, Fantasy Six Pack, and just looked around. Tonight starts week 3. Kickoff for week 3 is at 8:15. And when you get to the website, you can look around. And I've said this a million times. Fantasy Six Pack has been primarily made their hay on seasonal content, dynasty content, rankings, projections, IDP stuff. Me and Dave was here before me. Me, Dave, and Keith came along, doing DFS and sports betting stuff. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle, but we're still here with the pickaxe, putting in the work like Zoolander in the mines in Pittsburgh. But when you get there, the Discord channel is where it's all going down. It is free, but there are some premium options there. Check it out. You're not too sure? Hit me up. We can talk it out. Let's talk about this football game. As I said, the Patriots go to New York to battle, not handle, the New York Jets. Over under 38.5 points. Right now, you can get the Jets -6, or you can get the Patriots +6. Let's start with Aaron Rodgers right off the bat. Right now, the New England Patriots 11th overall against opposing quarterbacks. 14 grand on FanDuel, 10 grand on DK. Getting serious. Time to pick up my notes, which I'll do my best to take a picture and share them. I haven't yet to do that this season. Not because I haven't wanted to, because it's like still getting into the flow and the routine of everything. But hey, 22 to 23 completions for A-Rod, around 240 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and he'll move the chains maybe once. You're looking at 5 to 8 yards on the ground. Let's not hold our breath. He's now 40 years old, and we'll go from there. Aaron Rodgers absolutely in play, given the lack of talent, let's say, on both sides of the foot. I shouldn't say that. The defenses are fantastic, and the Jets have a plethora of talent, actually. I sound like a dummy, with Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and from there. But the opposing quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, the Jets right now 6th overall against opposing quarterbacks, 12.5 on FanDuel, 9 grand on DraftKings, 20 to 21 completions, 215 yards, a touchdown pass, and I think he gets around 20 to 22 and a half yards rushing on the ground on 4 to 5 carries. If that moves the needle for you in any player propage or things along those lines. When we look at the running backs of this game in general is where the action is. And again, you might say, well, Chris, there's some talented wide receivers on the Jet side, and that's about it. The action, and not that I do this at every single game slate or every video. I just look at the game before I even pick up a pen and paper. And I just look around. I just look down over it and I see where's most of the action going to come from. And it's all based on really simple, easy stuff. DVP, how the defense played the week before and maybe the week after that. Are there any injuries or, expectations of a guy, not playing, or expectations of a guy coming off injury to really get in there? In this one, there is no doubt about it. The running back position is where we want our action. And to be fair, I could make a case for Breece Hall, the rookie Brian Allen, Ramondre Stevenson, and Gibby to be in the same line. And it's not nuts. It's not crazy. And then we can just pluck in Wilson if we wanted to, one of the quarterbacks if we wanted to, or heck, even the tight end, preferably Hunter Henry. But let's start with Breece Hall. I get ahead of myself because I get ahead of myself for 2 reasons. I get super excited when I do this still after all this time. And then second, I'm always trying to not not cut the clock but I'm trying to like pinch time wherever I can, and before I know it, all I've done was just added more nonsense in talking into the video when it should be player name, DVP, opposing team, price tags, projections, and that's it. We're 5 minutes in. I've yet to mention a running back in terms of projections tonight. So let's talk about Breece Hall. Right now the Patriots 11th overall against opposing running backs, 16 grand on FanDuel, 11.8 on DK, 18-19 carries, around 75 to 80 yards. More than likely, actually, I think it's a lock. He'll score a touchdown on the ground. Specifically, does that matter much? Anytime touchdown, as long as he gets in. 4 to 5 receptions for around 40 to 45 yards. Breece Hall is an absolute must tonight. You don't need to watch the video for me to tell you that. When we look at the rookie, Braylon Allen, he did some good work last week, so that, excites me, should excite us that he's going to be worked in even more so. 10 grand on FanDuel, 5-2 on DK, 6-7 carries, 30 to 35 yards, plus a reception or two for 10 to 15 yards. Again, Breece Hall, this is his backfield. For the most part, this is his team. And I guess Aaron Rodgers is the leader, let's say, but Breece Hall is the young, studly, he's not even upcoming, he's already there, but I think Breece Hall can do more, and he's going to. But in the meantime, it's nice to have a piece like Braylon Allen, to come in and maybe give him an extra target or two per game based on flow, based on the opposing defense. So to me, Braylon Allen very much in play tonight and the foreseeable future. When we look at the Patriots running backfield, I should say, it's fantastic. I'm absolutely in love with Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson tonight. And to be fair, I think the Jets win this one. But as I said in the opening of the video, I think the Patriots just, hammer the football on the ground, regardless if they're up a few points, even if they're down double digits, let's say 10 or 13 points, they're still going to run the ball for the heck of it because they have two backs that I wouldn't say both of their running backs, do different things, but Stevenson is that wrecking ball, get in your face, while Gibson is more flight of foot. He can catch passes and tiptoe down the sideline and go from there. So it's a fantastic 1-2 combo for the Patriots. Stevenson, 16-17 carries, around 70 yards, and I think 3 to 4 receptions for 25 yards. And when I say 16 to 17 carries, I think that's right in the middle of it. Do I think it dips below that? No. Do I think there's a chance that he could, add in 3 or 4 more carries to get to 20, 21? Absolutely. They've just been feeding him the football lately. When you look at Antonio Gibson, 7-8 carries, 30 to 35 yards, and a reception or two for around 10 yards. Last week, Gibby logged 96 rushing yards, so it's nice to have, again, that 1-2 punch where week to week, if need be, one guy can, take the rock and really tote it for the team. And again, it's a team. Most guys say it's a team sport. We don't care how it goes as long as we win. So let's look at Breece Hall, Stevenson, and Gibson tonight. When we look at the wide receivers, not much action here except for the Jets guys. And one guy specifically, Garrett Wilson, the Patriots, 26th overall against opposing wide receivers. I think it's fair to say that this will be the game that Garrett Wilson finally gets going, finally scores a touchdown, this first touchdown of the season. And that's not, saying anything out of line or, oh, Chris, what a contrarian play, Garrett Wilson. I mean, it's got to happen sooner or later, and why not tonight against the Patriots team in the bottom percentage of defending wide receivers? 13 grand on FanDuel, 10-2 on DK, 9-10 targets, 5 to 6 receptions, 75 yards, and his first touchdown reception of the season. Mike Will, I'm good with 3 to 4 receptions, 35 to 40 yards. Allen Lazard is probably the second wide receiver from this team I'd want in on. 5-6 targets, 3-4 receptions, 40 to 45 yards, and his price tags is reasonable. 9-5 on FanDuel, 5-8 on DK. When we look at the Patriots wide receivers, KJ Osborne, Thornton, Demario Douglas, where are we going to go? It's, again, you can just pick one, close your eyes and go like this, boom, and I've landed on Demario Douglas. I didn't have that pre-planned, but I did have him highlighted, if that makes sense. Demario, 7-5 on FanDuel, 4-2 on DK, 4 to 5 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, and 35 to 40 yards. They're all three of them are in play, especially on a single game slate, but I'm telling you personally, I would prefer Demario Douglas just because of his price tag, and I have him, 40 yards is probably 5 or 6 more yards than I have expected for the other two guys, which stinks. But hey, I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong in the future, maybe even tonight. And hey, we'll move on. When we look at the tight ends, Ty Conklin, Rucker, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper. Conklin, 3 to 4 targets, 2 to 3 receptions, around 30 yards. And Hunter Henry, though, is the one that I want at the tight end spot, or just in the flex MVP captain spot as well. He had 8 catches for 109 yards last week. Again, in DFS, that was last week. This is now. I'm looking at 4 to 5 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, 35 to 40 yards. On the low end, as I said, not that I think the Patriots are going to struggle to move the ball. I think they have a plan in place, and that's to run the ball. I can't say that enough, seeing how I've said it probably 8 or 9 times already. But give me Conklin and Hunter Henry, if pushed. If I had to just pick one guy, it would be Hunter Henry, just based on the tight end sets that they run. And if they're going to be running the ball a lot, he's going to be on the field for a full allotment of snaps, mainly blocking, but every once in a while he'll move on. Maybe some high upside stuff in the red zone. We shall see. When you look at the DSTs, you would say that the Jets have the more talented defense, but we're only 2 games into the season. We don't need to panic or be over the moon about if a team or a unit has been really good or really bad. To be fair, I think the Patriots are the more sneaky one here because of the points, the over-under, and I think it's an under game. But the only reason I like the Patriots just a tad more is because I have them for one more takeaway. I have them for a fumble recovery that the Jets do not get. Jets 2 to 3 sacks and interception, but I have the Patriots same deal, plus a fumble recovery. And when you look at the kickers here tonight, Greg the Leg Zuerlein, Joey Sly, nothing crazy here. It's going to be a normal kind of ebb and flow of kickers here. I'd prefer Joey Sly just based on the fact that I see, an extra field goal for him over Greg the Leg, while I have Greg with more extra points. Those are only worth 1. Field goals are 3. You can do the math. Give you some recent betting trends, final score, and we'll get the heck out of here. Coming up on the 12-minute mark. That's fantastic. New England, as of right now, 6-1 against the spread. Their last 7 games against the Jets. The Jets 3-9 against the spread. Their last 12 games overall. The over has hit in 5 of the Patriots' last 7 games, and the under has come in 5 of the under in 5 of the Jets' last 6 versus the Patriots. Give me the Jets to win this one 24 to 13. So we're getting dangerously close to the over and being a push again with the over and the under. So I'm going to take the Jets minus the 6 points. I'll throw the over under to the curb. I don't want to play that one. Give me the Jets to win by 6 points or more, and they win 24 to 13. Be good, be safe. Bottom of the barrel out tomorrow on Friday, followed by some joyous stuff on Sunday, live at noon, and then we do the single game slate video. So give me the Jets to win 24 to 13, and I will see you soon. Be good, be safe. Bye.